So we're at the fair to do showing again. They put some hay in their water. Fun. So this guy is only going to be able to go into like the best dress and showmanship, and then these girls are actually going to go in the class shows as well. So it's been a long day of the show, and now I'm in the grandstands. I'm going to try to watch the horse wagon classes, and just an update on how the goat show went. I didn't get much, if any, footage. I took a few pictures of some classes going through before I had to get my own classes ready. But Firefly almost took a reserve. She took first in her class of 9-month-olds, and then so she went into the second level where she's against all the age groups of the Nigerians. And a 2-year-old doe took first, a 1-year-old doe took second, but it was between Firefly and the 1-year-old doe, the judge said, and the only reason that the 1-year-old doe got it was because she was deeper bodied. That's what the judge said. He picked the doe in front of us over Firefly due to she had a deeper body and a more mature look. So that's that story. Hi, Editing Terry here, and I just wanted to say, like, some of that part there was so hectic in the words, but I wanted to leave it in because it was videoed on the day. So I'm just gonna clarify a few things and say they didn't have a spot for Nigerians, so it was a class called All Other Purebreds. It was mostly Nigerians in that class. There was one Lamancha, I think. And to also clarify that Firefly went in the ring for the 6 to 9-month-old doelings, and because there wasn't any other 6 to 9-month-olds, she automatically got first place. But then that brought her into that end, like for champion and reserve champion, and that's when, or best of breed, I guess. I don't know. So the doe that got first place was a 2-year-old Nigerian dwarf. Then, and she got champion or something. She went into the best in show ring. So the doe that got second place above Veronica's Firefly was deeper bodied and more mature, but I would expect that I didn't expect a 6-month-old to go against and win against adult milking does. So, like, Firefly's obviously not bred yet. She's never been bred. She's only 6 months old. So she's not going to... I didn't expect her to be able to compete. I honestly didn't expect her to get that high. When he was saying that she was competing for reserve, like, pretty much tied, and the only reason that the other one got it was she was deeper bodied and more mature. I was pleasantly surprised. So that's my update there, and I'll put in the pictures of the ribbons. So I actually slowed this footage down a little bit. My phone had took the video in hyperlapse, and so I'm sitting here watching the 4-horse hitch. I only got some footage of the 4-horse hitch because it was a qualifying match or something, so they took a super long time evaluating the horses to make sure that the right horse gets the winnings, I guess, gets to move on. And they split it into 2 heats. So there's the first heat, and then there should be footage of a second heat right here. Yeah, these are the next round. And then they send the first heat off to wait in the sidelines, and then the second heat goes, and then they all line up together. So I took a tiny bit of footage in the beginning and now of each class, and now this is the big class all coming into the ring together, and the judge will say who did what.
Okay, so which ones do we think are going to win?
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for an excellent tournament here at the exhibition this year in Of course, there is a lot of work to the preparation of these horses. Not only does it involve the show day, but many of these drivers, of course, these horses are like athletes, and they're worked all the time in order to stay in tip-top show shape. Not only working at home, but of course, starting early this morning when horses were bathed, equipment was clean, and made the final preparations for the show. And you will see that the judge has selected individual entries that he would like to see work again in what we commonly call a drive-off.
These two are tied, so they have to figure out which one ranks higher.
That would line up as you come back around, please. Line up as you come back around.
That shows a lot of skill when they can pull back in there with horses all around them.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the results of the Ontario 4-Horse Hitch Series. We will be pinning all of the awards because, of course, they receive points. So we'll be starting with 11th place in the class today. We congratulate in 11th place entry number 4113, the entry of Mr. Dan Barron of the DB Percherons in Mulmer, Ontario. Would ask you to pull out to your left. We will be presenting at the south end of the ring. Percheron entry of Dan Barron of the DB Percherons in Mulmer, Ontario. 10th award in the class goes to number 379. This is the entry of Calvin and Paula Thompson. Thompson's Percherons from Belmont, Ontario. Malcolm Yaden is the driver. Ladies and gentlemen, 9th place in the class today will be awarded to entry number 5658. This is the entry of Mr. Todd Greer, the Greer family Percherons in Lansdowne, Ontario. The black and gray Percherons. Eighth position will be awarded to entry number 5354. This is the entry of the Panelin Percherons of Metcalfe, Ontario. Paul and Greg Urbaning are the owners. Entry number 5354 in the Seventh place will be awarded to entry number 769. This is the entry owned and driven by Richard Robertson of Willowdale Farms in Lindsay, Ontario. Sixth place goes to entry number 2697. This is the entry of the Allen Home Farms, Mr. John Moore of Dundas, Ontario. Calvin Lipson is the driver. Fifth place goes to entry number 449. This is the entry of the Pekin Valley Farm at Chepstow, Ontario. Mr. Dave Zister is the owner and the driver. Fourth place in the class goes to entry number 6684, the entry of the Dominion Farms in Erin, Ontario. Mr. Manuel Tavares is the owner, and Mr. James Kipper is the driver.
How old am I?
Third place going to entry
Very
number
old.
5620. This is the West Wind Farm entry of Oakville, Ontario.
Older than that.
Kim Smith is the owner, and Mr. Don Lloyd is the driver. Second place today will be awarded to entry number 5454. This is the entry of Ferme Sauvé. Mr. Mario Nadeau is the owner, and ladies and gentlemen, they've traveled all the way from Quebec to be here with us this weekend. On behalf of the Lindsay Exhibition Committee, we would like to extend a sincere welcome to all of the drivers and owners who have traveled a long distance, some of them to be here this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving top honors in our four-horse hitch class today, entry number 1710, the entry of the Hijack Farms of New Lowell, Ontario. Peter and Laura Mahar are the owners, and Mr. Jeff Robbins is the driver. The first place winner today in the Ontario four-horse hitch series.